All right. Here's part two, everybody. Here's part two. Well, unfortunately, it hit the stop loss. All right, so we lost this trade because what it did was it went all the way up um, the opposite direction. Okay, and it went ahead and breached this area, this red area right here. So it went above it, therefore we got stopped out. Okay, which is okay. Okay, full transparency. You're not going to win 100% of the trades, 100% of the time. Okay, but we had some confluences in this trade that was actually trying to, give us an idea of what direction that the trade wanted to go. We had the shooting star, and we had a hammer, right? And then we had this bearish, this bearish engulfing candle, okay, which told us that, okay, it's trending lower. But then what happened when it started to trend higher? Okay. So a couple of candles within here told us that it's going to trend higher. Okay. So, but it's not to say that you can't re-enter the trade, right? Because look what's happening over here. Okay. We have okay, a bearish engulfing candle over here. Okay. So let's see how that develops. Okay. Because it didn't break above the fair value gap. So let's see what happens. So we lost this particular trade. I'm going to delete that. Let's say we got in on this bearish engulfing candle, right? And let's stretch this out for a short sell. So let's say we got in over here. I'm going to stretch it out. To 3. Stop loss is above. Here's some room. 1 to 3. There. Okay. All right. So let's see what happens. Now, what I could have done is take out my Fibonacci tool and see. So the fib would be up here. Stretch it all the way down to the bottom of this right here and see where it's bouncing off of. Okay. So the Fibonacci tool is a tool that gives you ratios. As you can see, this was a sweet spot, 79, 0.79, and then 0.68. So whenever it's in a sweet spot, okay, which I should have done that, just to be honest with you guys. I didn't pull out my Fibonacci tool and look at that. It's bouncing off, actually, yeah, bounced off 0.79, okay, for a sell. So let's see if we can get that 1.1 to 3 ratio. Okay. So let me delete this. You can see my red line was my anticipation line, right? My prediction right there. So that was kind of like on point, because now it's trending lower. All right, so the Fibonacci tool is a tool that you want to learn how to use, okay? Because had I put the Fibonacci tool on here, I wouldn't have entered down here on the shooting star. I would have waited for it to get to the golden ratio, which is 0.68 or 0.79. So that's the golden ratio on the Fibonacci tool right there. Okay. Now, if you want to copy my Fibonacci ratio, let me open it up here so you guys can copy it. And these are my settings. So short sell. Fibonacci tool right here. These are my settings. I want to copy my settings. Take a screenshot of this or write it down. I just got 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons clicked. Okay. My background is usually just one color. I use one color. Okay, you can make it lighter or darker. Okay. And I place my Fibonacci tool based on the high, the most recent high over here, the most recent low. Okay. And I wait for it to bounce off this area. Okay. Which is A, a fair value gap, right? And then B, the ratio 0.79 and 0.68. So it's in the sweet spot. That's the sweet spot. Okay. So now we just wait to see if it'll break these levels. And hopefully we can get a 1 to 3 on this based on the analysis. Okay. So the analysis is correct, right? Because we're in a downtrend, but it's all about where do you enter? That's why the Fibonacci tool is really important, because once you get into that sweet spot, okay, you can place an order in the sweet spot, which is 0.79 or 0.68. So it's within this sweet spot right here. So if I wanted to put a box inside that sweet spot, okay, that's where the sweet spot is. Okay, so we lost one trade because we entered the market too early. Okay, but it looked like this one, so it's going to be a winning trade. Okay, now if you wanted to, you could move your stop loss to break even. Okay, but give it some room. Okay, I would give it some room. I wouldn't touch it really. I'd just let it set it and forget it. I can walk away from the market and come back and see if it hits my stop. I take profit or if it hits my stop loss. Okay. But the goal is to read the market based on what you see. Okay. And try to make a prediction. So this red line was really my prediction, and it's actually going in my favor. Just that I had to wait, right? I didn't use my tools. It's important to have your tools. Because you can have a house, you could have a house built, but without the right tools, the house can't stand. Right? So build your foundation of knowledge, get your tools, because now you have knowledge. Knowledge is your skill set. Once you learn the skill set, nobody can take away the skill set from you, and nobody could take away the knowledge you just taught yourself. Get your tools, right? And you place your trade based on your tools. Okay. That's a really bullish candle that's developing right there. Long wick, so it's losing steam. All right, so next candle is going to develop right now. As you can see, it popped up white. That should pop down. Should pop down a little bit. Also go to higher time frames. Just go 5 minute. It's a 5 minute. 15 minute. Down to 1 minute. Yeah, that's a very strong bearish engulfing candle. It's bigger than the previous candle. So let's see. Came back and retouched the fair value gap, the yellow area. All we need is like a strong push down. So I'm just gonna play it out. I'm gonna watch it. I wish I could speed it up, but I'm not in control of the market, unfortunately. So we got some time ahead of us. Another thing I want to talk about is the psychology. Okay, it's all about what you tell yourself, and your belief. You gotta believe you can do this. Okay, gotta believe you can do this. Have no doubt, because once you get the skill set, there's no reason why you can't win. Okay, and you have to be patient. Patience is a virtue, they say, but being patient with the market and don't rush things. Enter the trade based on your analysis. Just don't jump into a shark infested water. No, you got to make sure the sharks are not in the water, right? You want to take your time and get in the market based on your setup. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Okay. Set your traps, place your trade based on what you see, and set it and forget it. Pretty much, you know, do your ratios. I normally do a 1 to 3 ratio. You can do more than that. Um, that's up to you. And you just wait. Just be patient enough to wait for your setup to show its hand, so to speak. It's like if you're playing cards, you got to know when to fold them. Poker. I don't play poker, but yeah, it's all about just reading the charts, understanding what the candles are saying, and understanding patterns. Okay. Show you something on the left side here. Put this right. Okay, you see how the candles went up here? This was a higher high right here. It's higher than this high. This. Okay. With this, I want to do this as well. Right here. That's the low, right? So the market came up, made a high, we came down and broke that low right here. Okay. So when you see something like that, it's a good opportunity that the market will go in our favor. Okay. Because in order for the market to continue to go higher, it's got to break this high over here. So the highs and the lows of the market. So let me show you. Let me delete this. That was a Fibonacci. Let me put it back. Actually, let's get rid of it. Okay, so the recent high was right here, right? And the recent low was right here. Now that the market didn't come up to break that most recent high, we can change that and bring this down here. Oh, there. Okay. So in order for it to continue its journey higher, it's got to break this line right here. Okay, but look, it's going in our favor. Okay. Because now the most recent low, it just made a lower low. And this is now the most recent low. Okay. So this candle right here, that's a break of structure. It broke this low, went down. Okay. So this pushed down a little bit more, but 1 to 3 setup. Remember, there's fair value gaps along the way, so the market's got to pull back, right, and satisfy those fair value gaps. There's one gap between this candle and that candle. It's a fair value gap. So far, so good. So if you would have did a 1 to 2.5 ratio, you would have made a profit. Okay. But we're going to wait to see if it'll push that back down. But this is considered the neckline. Put a line on the neckline. It's the neckline. Okay. Or you could manually close out your trade and made a profit. So you can, you know, A, close out your trade for manual profit, or set it and forget it, let it come down to your TP, take profit, or move your stop loss to break even. So, like for example, bring this back down to right here where it's breaking even. So you wouldn't have lost any money if it reverses, right? Okay. Or take partials, right? Partials basically mean, depending on your lot size, let's say you could put a 0.10 lot size, you could close out right in the middle, close out 0.05 and left the other 0.05 running, right? So you took partial profit in this particular trade as well, okay? That way you leave some money in play, but you actually earn some money based on this trading setup. It's inches away from the three down here. Actually, trying to get it to the 1.3, but giving me a hard time using my trackpad. Oh, give me the 3. Ah, got my mouse. He's passing it. Ah, no. So, all right. So that's close enough, I guess. Oh, 1 to 2.99. I want the 1 to 3 to show up. Almost. Almost. Let's do this. All right. That's good enough. 3.01. So almost hit it though, right? Real close. And sometimes it happens. Sometimes it'll push all the way down and get real close to your take profit, like just one more point. At that point, before it starts to trend back the opposite direction, I would close my order. I said, you know what? You're not going to reverse on me. Oh my goodness. And see, it's trying to go right back where the fair value gap is because there's a gap, the gray area. This is the gap right here. It's got to fill this gap and hopefully come back down. This gap. Which it almost did, right? We're right up in there. It didn't go in the gap. See, now it's reversing. Hopefully, we can get it to come down here. The neck is. A bit more. A little bit more. Would be nice if it goes below support, which is that neckline here. If it breaks below this, it's a winning trade. And this is where the market teases you. It's like, okay, like doesn't want to break below support, but we're still in a downtrend, so it'll continue to go up and down. So based on our, the analysis I did earlier in part one, we looked at the 4 hour. Remember that, and we had our structured line here and an anticipation, right? This line right here. And all we're just waiting for is to push lower past this line. See, oh, consolidation. It's going sideways. And again, all it's doing really is gathering orders, buys and sells. And once you captures enough of these orders within the consolidated area, it'll either push lower or sellers will continue to push the market down or to push it higher and buyers take into control. Okay, but the momentum is a downtrend. So hopefully it'll break past this consolidated area and create a lower low, a lower high. So let's see. And this is where the patience come in. Because some people have closed their order already, um, and got out and made a profit. Um, so I always say, don't be too greedy, right? It's only like a point away. Why not close out the order and say it's a winning trade? You know. But if you're journaling, taking notes and putting it in your journal, you screenshot this trade, right? And you repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, meaning study what you just did. Study your, there you go. Boom. We just hit profit. We just hit profit. This is a winning trade. Fantastic. See, the wick is across that line. That right there is a winning trade. So pat yourself on the back. Congratulations. You just made some money. Yes. And you saw it live. This is the live market. And you can rewind the tape, watch, the first part of this. This is the second part. Rewatch the first part, the video. Okay. And then come back and rewatch this part. Okay. Because again, we have to be patient, right? It's below our TP, so we're in profit and we're out of the market. We're out of the market. We don't care what the market does now. We were able to profit and walk away from the market. It's pretty cool. All right. So study what I just shared with you. This stuff, all the gurus are charging $1,000 for. I'm teaching you guys for free. Oh my goodness. All right, but if you want one-on-one coaching, I do have an opportunity to get one-on-one coaching. You can reach out to me, send me an email, whatever the case is, and say, hey, can you coach me one-on-one? And I do charge a fee for that. It's a one-time fee. It's a lifetime coaching fee, and then I'll walk you through how to get your accounts set up. Teach you how to chart chart up your charts. Teach you how to set up a trading plan. Okay, teach you how to set up a demo account. And then once you have enough skills, okay, under your belt, you might want to open up a challenge account with one of these funded challenges, funded companies. So where you're trading their money, right? And then when you pass their challenge, they do a profit split with you, like an 80-20%, an 80-20, where you keep 80% of the profit, they keep 20% of the profit because now you pass the challenge and everything. And usually comes in two phases. I can recommend a couple of companies that you can actually, create a challenge account with. And then you use that money to go live on your account, and you grow your account to a profit target. And no guarantee of success. You can use success depending on your worth ethic, time you put in learning how to chart up the charts, understanding the candle setups, understanding confluences, understanding Fibonacci, um, and how to set your 1-to-3 ratio. Okay, so I will teach you, guide you, walk you through the every step of it's a journey. So I'm gonna hold your hand through the whole process and help you come out on the other side for your profit trade. So that's my goal for you guys. So thanks so much for watching this video. You guys were awesome. Appreciate you. Like it, give me a thumbs up, share it with your colleagues, your friends, your neighbors, anybody you think they would get value from this video. Have them reach out to me. Leave comments if you like what you saw, and I'll be back on here next week to do another training. And you just witness a live session with me trading Bitcoin USD, and for a 1-to-3 ratio, based on my technical analysis, we were able to win this trade have a profitable trade going forward. So with that being said, you guys have a great week. Much success to you all. And God bless. Bye.